I think there's no better place to cover politics than Iowa, other than Washington, D.C., because this is where it all begins, the presidential politics. And you get into Iowa, all the people who are just dipping their toes, their political toes, into the possibility of running for higher office. We get to see them here. We, if you will, expose them to public scrutiny, and this is where they decide, I don't know whether I will or not, or, yeah, this is a pretty good thing. I think we'll make a run for it.
Iowa Public Television reporter Dean Borg in the lobby of the Civic Center. Dean?
The question now is, what did the Republicans get here tonight? And we're going to pose that to James Baker, who heads the Bush campaign. Now, with Ronald Reagan gone, just what did you accomplish here tonight in setting your man apart from the man who is acknowledged to be the front runner?
Well, Dean, I'd be very happy to accept the analysis that Hugh and John, your commentators, just put on the whole program. I think the fact that Governor Reagan was not here will hurt him in Iowa and perhaps elsewhere in the country.
Also, what you should watch for is how is the guest reacting to that incisive, direct questioning and the follow-up questions that say, that answer wasn't acceptable, you didn't answer my question, and here is the question, I'll repeat it to you. Watch the body language and watch what is said after that.
Iowa Press, Sunday, March 2nd, with guest Jimmy Carter, former governor of Georgia.
To be disassociated with the horrible bureaucratic mess that exists in Washington right now is a political advantage. I think to have had a broad range of experience professionally is an advantage. I'm a farmer. I'm a full-time farmer. I've been an engineer. I've been a planner. I've been a scientist.
Iowa Press, a weekly news interview program for Sunday, April 22nd. This week, former CIA director and Republican presidential candidate George Bush.
Doesn't it frustrate you to be constantly asked about Ronald Reagan, and without having Ronald Reagan visible before the people, he's back?
No, it would frustrate me if I weren't being able to put together the strongest, best organization in this state. If his invisibility denied me access to people or kept people from failing to commit to me, then I would be frustrated. But really, you raised the question. I wasn't about to sit here and somehow figure out how do I work in the fact that Reagan is not giving and taking on Q&As or doing as much on debating, you see. I'm not too concerned about that.
But the point I was making is, we said at the beginning of this program, your name isn't really a household word. But Ronald Reagan can be at the ranch, issue press releases without exposing himself to the Q&A that you were talking about, and yet is a front runner. Doesn't that frustrate you?
No, it doesn't frustrate me because we're making headway in the ways. It also, I might add, you could throw in Connally and Baker.